Okay. All right, so take it down on the floor. Ring against the shins. I want the legs 1 fist width apart. Press into the ring as you lift that spine tall. Draw your chin to your chest, push your navel in and round, but don't change where the ring is on the leg. Push down into the ring and lift up. We round it back. Inhale. Exhale, zip up, shoulders go down. Chin to chest, scoop that navel. Inhale, feel your back stretching. Exhale, feel the spine lengthening. One more, drawing that chin to your chest. We inhale back. Exhale, bring it forward. Take the ring between the thighs. Don't have it against the knees, have it above the knees. Put a little bit of pressure on that ring. Anytime I use the ring, if you don't like it, don't use it. Hands are behind the thighs. Once again, we're going to round back. I'm going to press into my ring to bring me up. I round it back again. Inhaling, melt those shoulders. Press into the ring. Exhale. 2 more, please. Chin to chest. Scoop that navel. Melt the shoulders. Inhale. Press into the ring. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Press. Now melt it back and hold it here. If you don't need the support for your back with your hands, you can reach them through the center of the ring. I'm going to do a little pulse, and as I push into the ring, I'm going to curl up. 2. I'm going to exhale on the up. So I feel my inner thighs working. I feel my core working. Maybe a little bit of the glutes. Chin stays to that chest. Eyes stay to your belly. And we're going to go for 4 more. And 3 more. And 2 more. And 1. And we'll bring it all the way up. Take your feet through the ring. And the ring is halfway up your thighs. I want you to come back onto your forearms and draw those legs into a tabletop. This is not an opportunity for you to stop working from your core. It's not an opportunity for your shoulders to sink up to your ears. So proud chest, melt those shoulders, and put a little pressure on that ring. Without letting the pelvis move at all, I'm going to tap my toes on an inhale, exhale back to table. So I'm moving my legs from the core. Inhale, exhale. You can also modify this by lying all the way down on your back and continue doing the same thing we're doing. We're going to go for 4 more. Always move with control, with precision. Use your breath. 1 more, and I hold. My knees will go towards the front of the room. Come back to center. I'll go to the back of the room. I'm not taking my shoulders or torso with me. I inhale to exhale. I feel like I'm wringing water out of that rib cage. Inhaling, exhaling. Can you give me 1 more, and I'll give you those stretches for the hips. We bring it over and down, and I take my legs back up. Okay, so I want you to take those feet together for a second, pull those heels towards you, and push down those knees towards the mat. Nice little release, inner thighs and hips. Grab back onto your ring, and we bend the knees back again. So we're going to take that ring right in front of us, and we're going to take our left ankle over the pad. And the other leg is going to come on top. Hands are behind me, palms turned away. Sitting up tall, make that ring a circle and not an oval. From the back of the leg, we'll push down and return. Down and return. I'll exhale as I push into the ring because I want all the air out of my center so that navel can press in deeper. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. We're going to go for 4 more. Melt those shoulders, stack that spine for 3 and 2 and 1. The ring is back to a circle again. So we're going to trace the outside that ring. Bring it up and push. Do it again. Inhale, down and press. So I'm working the front of my hip. The quad's going to be working, of course, the belly. And 3, and press. And 2, and press. And 1, and press. I'm going to cross that leg over, reach my fingers for that ring, and we stretch. Stack the spine back up, and we'll switch the ankle out. So I move it over so it's in line with that hip. Sitting nice and tall. And remember, it's the ankle that's on the pad, not the heel. And I push from the back of the body and lift. 2. Again, the ring symbolizes that core. So no matter what is pushing into the ring, whether it's a foot, a hand, a thigh, when you press into the ring, your core is pressing in. We go for 4 more. And 3. Good. And 2. And 1. Make it a circle, and we trace the outside. Inhale, exhale, push. Trace. Watch those shoulders. I saw some of you catch yourselves as I was saying it. You read my mind. Cross over and press. Over and we go for 3 and 2, 1, and we cross that ankle over, and I reach forward towards that ring. Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to take the ring flat on the mat. We're going to press the sides of the feet into the pads. We're going to reach those arms long, and we're going to send our waistline back. I want you to flex those feet, press into the ring. The inner thighs are going to help support the abdominals. Nod that chin to your chest. Inhale, press into the ring. Exhale, pulse forward. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back. Inhale. Exhale, arms straight up. Eyes to belly. Find that lower back. Press into the ring. Drive those heels longer and pulse for 3, 2, 1. Roll that waistline back. Melt those shoulders. Squeeze that ring. Eyes to navel. Inhale. Use your breath. Exhale, and we pulse. 3, 2. Give me 1 more, please. Shoulders melt. Heels reaching long. Back of the legs pushing into the floor. Nod that chin first. Don't drag that head. Inhale. To exhale, we go for 3, 2, 1. We grab back onto that ring and stack that spine. So we're going to take that ring back underneath the left ankle. The right leg is going to be bent, or lying all the way down. Make sure that the leg is in line with your hip. And this knee that's bent is always pressing in. That leg is pressing into your center line. Hand over hand behind the head. I'm going to nod my chin to my chest. I want you to push down into the ring, release the pressure, and lower your head. We lift up, press, release, and lower. Keep the elbows wide. And remember, you never have to lift your head in Pilates. So anything we do lifting our head, you can keep your head down and your arms to your side. Now this time when you lift up, as soon as you're starting to lift up, press into the ring. And release. And we shh. Good. Shh. That leg is lengthening. The hamstring is working, the glute, the core. We'll go for 3. Good. 2. Hold this one up. Little pulses down into that ring. 8, 7, 6. Lower back is heavy. 4, 3, 2, hold it here. Now take your right knee in towards that chest. And we're going to tap those toes down and in. Inhale, exhale. 3, curl up higher. You're starting to get parallel. So you should never be looking at the ceiling, right? Shoulders off the mat. Base of the shoulder blade touches. Eyes to your navel. 2 more. 1 more. And release. We're going to change that leg out. So we're going to rock ourselves up and switch. So I take the ankle over the pad, the opposite leg bends, and I lower myself back down. Hand over hand behind the head. And your free leg is pressing into your center line. I nod my chin to my chest first, press into the ring, make it a circle again, and release. Lift up, release, come down. Up, press, up, release. Curl up. When you're curling up, we nod that chin to our chest. We peel those shoulders off the mat. Now this time, I'm going to lift up, and right away at the same time I press, and that's an exhale. Inhale, release. Exhale, press. When you're coming up and you can see your opposite leg that's bent, make sure it's pressing into your central line. We take it to 4 more. Feel the abdominals. 3, because I do. 2 more. I want you to hold this one up and pulse it for 8, 7, 6, 5. Curl up deeper. 4, 3. Now stay here if you're able. Bring that left knee in towards your chest, and we tap those toes. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Make sure your neck doesn't feel strained, because if it does, you're probably hovering your mat. Up and over. We go for 4, 3. Love it. Feel that core working. And release. I'll grab behind that thigh, and I'll bring myself all the way back up. Woo! How'd that go? Good. Okay, so I want you to take your toes inside one pad and your hands on the other, and I pull my feet closer to my seat. So this may look like it's momentum, but it's actually your core working to bring you back up, okay? So I'm going to balance on my seat. Shoulders are down. I don't want the weight in my lower back, so I'm scooping my navel in and zipping it up, okay? My chin is to my chest, my eyes are to my navel. Now, before you start to rock, I want you to press these legs straight, and I'm going to follow my toes with my eyes. I want you to bring yourself back in. From here, I'm going to gently rock back, never onto your neck, butt up, scoop the belly to come up. Lengthen your legs. Eyes to navel, lower the heels towards your seat. Now keep the feet pushing into the pad, and we rock back on the inhale, up on the exhale. Lengthen, shoulders go down. Bring it back in. Rock back. Always look to your belly button, push into the pads. I almost did make it that time. Lift up. It happens, right? Eyes to navel. Roll back, inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Lengthen. Scoop. Rock back. Take your feet down. Straighten your legs. I'm going to bend my elbows to bring my torso closer. Flex those feet. You'll even feel a stretch in the back of the calves. Melt those shoulders. And I'm going to take my ring off and place it behind my head. So I have my 2 hands here on that front pad. Flex those feet. And I'm going to do a little hinge back. I'm going to inhale here and exhale forward. So remember, a hinge, I don't round at all. Everything goes with me. My head stays resting on that pad, and my hands keep pressure pushing forward. You're choosing how small or how big to go. 2 more, please. Hinge back, bring it up, and 1 more. Hinge back. Now let's add on to this. Let's hinge back, and I want you to round all the way down. We're going to round back up. I need to have 1 hand come forward. That's the only way I can come up on this exercise. Stack that spine. So let's try that again. Inhale, hinge. Exhale, flex those heels, wrap those thighs. Nod the chin to your chest. Whoa, my legs come up. It's not pretty at all. But that doesn't mean I don't do it with my class, right? Just because I struggle on something, it just goes to show you that instructors can't do everything either. Inhale. Exhale with nose. I'm not using momentum. That's right. And then we're going to stack it back up and we move from there. Okay. We're going to lie back. Knees are bent. Your legs are fist width apart. I have the pad on the thighs. Okay. And if you need more space for your ring, put the legs closer together. Okay. So they're either all the way together or they're a fist width apart. I've got two hands on one pad. I'm going to press into that pad and curl up and then release. Nod that chin to your chest. Exhale. Lower it back down. Lower back down. Just two more. Press and squeeze and return. Last one. Hold this here. I'm going to do little tiny pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Take the right toes onto one pad and zip this leg straight up. I'm going to slowly stretch out the other leg. So I'm lengthening here. I want you to flex your heel and point your toes. Let me give you a lovely stretch. Back of that leg. 2 more. And 1 more. So I'm going to slide that pad behind the leg and turn it so I have a hand on each pad. And my leg is trying to be up over my hip. My kneecap of that straight leg, the ceiling is going to turn away from me. And we're going to do a very, very small circle going counterclockwise. And we're going to trace around the ring. And it's from your belly that you're moving this leg. 1 more. And reverse. We go the opposite direction and 1. So the hips don't go with you. The back is staying heavy by the belly pulling in deeper. Good. Eyes to navel. Slide that ring up and put that foot down. Take the other foot. Let's go through the ring. A pad in each hand. Slowly. Oh no, I forgot to stretch. Let's stretch first. We can't miss the stretch. Sorry. Leg is straight. I'm going to slide the other leg out. I'm going to flex my heel. Woo-hoo, and point the toes. Flex and point. Some days, would you agree, you feel tighter than others? It's like, wow, to my calf. And we go 2 more. And then 1 more. And then we're going to slide the pad behind the leg and then turn it so I got a pad in each hand. Ring is up. And I'm trying my best. Obviously, I'm a little tight today. I'm trying my best to have my leg over my hip. Okay? Turn that left kneecap away from you. And we'll circle clockwise first. Round the circle and up. Inhale, exhale. I feel my belly working like crazy to move this leg. And now let's reverse it. Around, zip up 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Keep your back imprinting on your mat. 2 more. Whoo. Last one. Eyes to navel. Bring that ring up and over and hug those shins in. You can rock it side to side if you prefer. Okay, legs together, knees drawn way in. Ring is straight up to the ceiling. I have the heel of my hands on the pads, and my fingers are reaching long. My shoulders are heavy. I'm going to nod my chin to my chest, take my eyes to my navel, and my ring is going to go forward a couple inches so it's in a diagonal. My heels are by my seat, and my knees are towards my chest. My spine is heavy. My right knee comes in, my left leg goes out. And switch. So I'm sliding right underneath that ring. Inhale for 2. Exhale, 2. Move. Inhale, 2. Exhale. Watch your neck. Inhale for 2. Exhale for 2. 1 more. Inhale for 2. Exhale for 2 and go back to hugging in. Anytime you feel strain to your neck, look to each side of the room. That will give it a little release, a little stretch, okay? Take the ring between your ankles. And my hands will go to the outsides of my ankles, reaching my arms long. Once again, my knees are way into my chest. If you care to take your head up, nod the chin to your chest, shoulder blades off the mat. My legs will reach out. My arms will reach out. I hold this there. I press the ring 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Whoo! Do that again. 1, 2, 3. Reach. 1, 2, 3. So my arms are by my ears. My legs are in line with my hips. You can have your head down or head up. 1, 2, 3. Bring it in. 1, 2, 3. Now I'm going to pulse a little bit longer with this one. Hold it out. I'm going to pulse 3, 2, 1. Arms out like a T. Pulse. 1, 2, 3. Arms reach forward. And 1, 2, 3. And release. That was not very nice of me, but I felt like we needed to do that, right? Okay. Grab onto your ring. Straight up again we go. Heel the hands on. Fingers reach long. Shoulders heavy. Spine is long. I nod my chin to my chest. I'm going to zip my legs straight up to 90. I'm going to lower for 3 counts. 1, 2, 3. Press into the ring as you exhale. Lower, lower, lower. I don't care how low you go, but you got to know where your back is. Is your back staying heavy on the floor? 1, 2, 3. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale. Lower. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2 more. Wrap your thighs. Squeeze those heels together. Use your core to lift these legs and hug it in. Stretch that neck. If you haven't done it yet, I would do it at least this time. Okay. Then we're going to take our feet through the ring again. And the ring goes up to the mid-thigh. Hand over hand behind the head. My knees are still in towards my chest. I'm going to curl my chin to my chest. Eyes go to navel. So I want you to take your left shoulder towards the right side of the room. Come back to center. Try to have your shoulders off the mat. Your right shoulder will go to the left. Hold center. Now, as I twist this time, I'm going to press my legs out. Bring it back in. Out, yeah. Exhale in. Rotate. Bring it in. Inhale. Exhale. Try to keep the elbows wide. Back is heavy. We're twisting through that thoracic spine. And release. Arms go long to your side. Feet are flat. Pressure against the ring. Curl that tail and come up into a lovely bridge. Take a nice big inhale, and on the exhale, let's melt that spine down. Give me another bridge. Curl that tail. Feel that navel go heavier while the butt gets lighter. This is an inhale. This is an exhale coming down. Lengthen, 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 lengthen. 1 more. Curl that tail. Lift it up, up, up. And we'll take it down, down, and down. Hug it in. Grab onto that ring. Take it away from the legs and rock yourself up. Let's do a quick stretch. We're going to stretch our spines. So my ring is flat to the mat. Fingertips are reaching long. Sit up as tall as you can. You're sitting on thumbtacks, so sit taller. Mount the shoulders. Inhale up. Exhale, reach. Don't let your lower back leave the wall behind you. Stack up, mount those shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. So my arms are going forward as my belly button is going back. Inhale up, up, up. Exhale. Now stay forward. Using your armpit muscles, I call it the armpit muscle, and your core, pulse into the ring. 1, 2. So feel like you're doing an ab crunch in your core, and you're also squeezing lemons with your armpits. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I want you to squeeze your seat, stack your spine, and engage those inner thighs. Bend your knees and take the ring back between your ankles. Lie back down and hug your knees into your chest. All right, so I'm going to take my hands underneath my seat to protect my lower back. I'm going to press my legs out to 45, bring them back in, and zip them straight up to 90 and bring them back in. So I'm going to go out, up, keep the ring tight, and lift. Now, when you bring those legs up to the ceiling, you're more than welcome to lift your seat up. We go out, in, lift, and lower. Never any pressure on the neck. Shoulders, back of the head, hands, anything that's touching the mat is going to be working. Lift. Now you can keep doing this, or I'm going to press out, keep my legs straight and go up and over. Press into my ring, melt down. Let's go up and over. Press into the ring, melt yourself down. And again, inhale up and over. Press into the ring. Come down. Last one, up and over. Lower it back down and hug those knees in. Okay. So if you needed the support for your lower back with your hands under your seat, go there again. It's not cheating. It just gives your lower back support. I want you to bring these legs up again. This time I'm going to cue my heels are turned in and my toes are turned out. I put a bowling ball on my torso, so you're going to be moving your legs from your core. Let's go to the front of the room. Let's go to the right. I'll cue right. Let's go to the right, down, around, to the left, and hold. Now to the left. Inhale. You can make this as small or as big as you want, but I want you to move these legs from your core. Keep your back imprinting. Inhale to exhale. I'm going to add on. I'm going to come around, pause at the center, lift my seat up again, and come down. Let's go to the left, down, around, lift up. Let's go to the right. Inhale, exhale, lift. To the left. You can make them smaller, you can make them bigger, but they've got to be controlled. And one more. Inhale. These are not easy. And release that ring. I'm going to do a little bit of a stretch here. The bottoms of my feet face inward. My knees go out. It's like that butterfly stretch. Relax those shoulders. I want you to slide your heels out just a little bit. Bring that ring up to the ceiling. I'm going to crunch up, reaching my ring towards my feet and coming back down. If you don't want to lift your head, you will simply just move your arms. You can also put the ring down and put your hands behind your head. I'm going to take my right leg and float it towards the ring. Bring it back down. Then my left leg, I'm going to float it up and down. Both legs. Squeeze everything you got. Let's go back to the right leg. Modify where you need to. Maybe no feet lift. Both legs. Scoop deep. Press everything you got. Right leg. Left leg. Both legs. Hold it up. I'm going to take my legs down a little bit. Back up. Inhale. Exhale. Press those heels together. Keep your back heavy. We go for 3. Can you feel your quads supporting this? 2, yeah? Rock yourself up. Release the ring, and we stretch. You guys make me laugh. Yes, that's good. That's good. Okay. We're going to go into a forearm plank. Okay? Check in with your bodies. Check in with your bodies. We're going to get ready for Planksgiving. You know, it's going to be here before you know it. All right. So I'm going to take my hands onto the sides of the pads so I can have pressure on there. Modified, I'd walk my knees back and notice that I'm in a nice long line. I don't have my glutes up in the air, okay? So this is a modified plank. And I want you to push through those arms, and I want you to hold lemons in your armpits. Next level, curl those toes under and drive your heels back. And as soon as you do that, you got to fire those inner thighs, glutes. I want you to hide those shoulder blades. Feel like my arm is resting along your spine and you're pushing up into that arm. Hold it here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the thighs to the feet. How'd that go? Fabulous. Good. Do you still have pressure on your ring or your shoulders over your elbows? So I want you to go back to where you just came from. So modified, I'll just bend my knees, right? Or keep my feet flat, but my hips will lift up a little bit because I'm here right now. So you're either going to modify or go back again to that plank. And we're going to hold it for 8 more counts. 8, 7, 6, 5. Send that tail long. Pull that belly in strong. 2, 1, and bring it down. I want you to lengthen your arms and lengthen the legs. Everything is straight. So my legs are together. I'm going to push down into my ring to lift my head and chest up, and then I lower back down. Try that again. Push down to lift up, and then lower. Now, before you lift up your head, I want you to float your right leg just a little bit off your mat. And I want you to kick the leg as you lift up. And then straighten the leg and then drop it down. The other leg, float it up first. Press up as you bend that knee. Now, don't just lower the leg down. Straighten the leg as you straighten your spine. And then drop it to the mat. Lift the right leg up first. Press into the ring, lift up and curl that knee. Straighten the leg, straighten the spine, and then put everything down. Hover your left foot. Lift up as you bend, shoulders go down. Lengthen that leg, and then you lower it. Release the ring and stretch back into a child's pose. Scoop the belly and round that back. Okay, so we're going to come on to our backs again. Bring it onto your back again. Knees now, legs are 1 fist width apart, and ring is straight up. So we're going to lift up into a bridge. Everything is going to lift up. Bam. And then I'm going to take my right leg to a tabletop, put it back down, and lower everything down. Everything lifts. Left leg tabletop. Bring it down and release. Up, right, down, and release. Up, left, down, and release. Now this time, as you're coming up, take your right leg to a tabletop. Bam. Everything comes down. Everything lifts up. I'm alternating to my left. And now I'm going to my right. Bring it down to my left. Keep working that inner thigh. Keep the shoulders and back of the head heavy. I'm going to hold this leg up. I'm on my right leg. And I want you to zip that leg straight up. Now we're going to lower it to parallel and kick it up towards that ring. Down. 3, 2, 1. Lower the heel to the mat and slide it in. Fix your bridge. The left leg comes to a tabletop. Straighten it up into a half Pilates stance. And we lower lift quickly. Inhale, exhale. Lower, press into the ring. And 3, 2, 1. Take that heel to the floor, slide it in, and fix the bridge. Now I want you to take that right leg back to a tabletop again. I want you to straighten that leg once again. And we're going to do little bridge pulses. Down, up, down, up. 3, 4. Here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. I'm not done. I'm going to nod my chin to my chest. And I'm going to slide that ring up to the foot, up to the foot. Keep that ring close to your leg, sliding it up and down. And 3, and 2, and 1. Put that foot down. Go back up into your bridge. Tabletop your left leg. Straighten that leg all the way up. And we're going to go down, up, 8, and 7, 6. Both inner thighs should be engaged. 4, 3, 2 more, 2, and 1. Lower down. Now I'm going to crunch up. I reach it up and up. Watch your neck. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Lengthen your legs all the way out and reach those arms way back. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Good. We'll hug the knees in. The ring goes to your shins. Pull it, tug it, and then rock yourself up. And we're going to go on to our side for some side work. So you're going to mirror me. Your head's going to go onto this side of your mat. So I'm going to start with my body lined up with the back of my mat, and I'm going to slide my feet forward. And I'm going to take my ring onto the mat. My bottom leg is going to come through, and my top leg is on top. And you can prop your head up, or you can lay all the way down. But both legs should be straight, hips should be stacked, and the bottom rib cage should be nice and light. Okay? So once again, my upper body is on the back edge of my mat. My feet are to the front. Okay? And all I want you to do is take your top leg, push it into the ring, release. Now the bottom leg is going to lift up and then down. So you'll push, release, up and down. So my free hand pushes kind of into the mat to bring that other leg up. Good. Bend. And I want you to feel the inner thigh working on that bottom leg. I want you to feel the outer thigh, the top leg, as it has to hold that leg up. Every time you press that ring, it's the belly. And shoulders are mounted. Down. Lift. 2 more. Down. Lift. 1 more. Down. Hold this lift up and getting little pulses. 8. Hello, bottom inner thigh. 6. 5. Keep that ring a circle. 4. 3, 2, and 1. So I want you to bring this leg straight up. And I want you to take it behind. I want you to bend the knee and reach the leg in front of you. So we're going to go up over the ring, bend your knee forward, press it straight out. Up over the ring, bend your knee, it should be parallel to the floor, straighten that leg. Up over the ring. Now pause. Let's reverse it. Bend, push it behind you, come up and over. Bend, take it behind you, up and over. Bend, it's still hip parallel to the floor, up and over. Bend and rest it back on top of that ring. Okay, do we survive that one? Okay, so this time now, I'm going to take my toes in. I want you to slide them out, lift up, and release. So think of passe. Bring it in, bring that leg straight up. Now lower to the ring, press into it, and bring it back up. Find your inseam, trace it. Now lift up against the ring, come down, trace it, come up, press into the ring, bring it up, trace it, down, lift up, in, trace it, up, into the ring, up, and hold. Now, if you're not already all the way down, let's take it all the way down. Slide your top leg up against the pad and bring your legs sort of more back to parallel with the rest of your body. So both legs have to work. The upper leg is pushing up against the pad. The bottom leg is pushing down. Try to lift those legs up and down, up and down. Woo! Push down into the floor. Try to stay hips stacked. Shoulders are relaxed. You got it. Yiza. 3. Yeah, I hear ya. 2. And 1. Take your top leg back on top of the ring and come onto your forearm. This is the last thing on your side, I promise. Okay? Couple different ways we can do this, but I want you first of all to bring this rib cage up. Make sure your shoulder and elbow on a straight line. Okay, so I want you to press into that ring again and release. Press and release. Press. This is where you can stay. If you need more support, you want that hip to stay on the mat. Otherwise, I'm going to press and lift up and then release. Press and lift up, and my fingers are just barely on that mat. If this doesn't feel good lifting up, don't do it. Now I'm going to ask you to stay up on this one and reach the arm over your head. Woo! Take your hand back down, lower the hip, and take that foot out. Let's do a little mermaid stretch. You deserve that, right? Grab onto your back shin and side stretch. You feel this lovely stretch right here? And just so I don't feel mean, let's go to the other side. You've got to do both sides. Good. Are you ready to do it all over on the other side? So if you didn't get warm yet, that should have warmed you up. Would you agree with that? Okay. Now I'm encouraging you guys to drink water during class, okay? Yeah, always bring water. I guess I should be an example and drink water and have my water here. Maybe you'd be more inclined to drink water. Okay, so our upper body is going to be in the back of the mat. And we take this one through. You can be propped up, or you can lay all the way down on your side. Make sure your hips are stacked. Crown of the head should be reaching nice and long. So I start just a simple push down the top and then lift up the bottom leg. So it's in steps, top leg, bottom leg. That's it. You look very strong today. Press and lift. So remember, anything in your body, come more on your hip, kiddo. Yep, like your back here, come more forward. So hip on top. Okay. We press. Everything has to come from the core. I push down from the core. I lift this leg up from the core. I'm also working the inner thighs. Good. Press. So make sure you're not on this bottom butt cheek. You want to be on your side. 2 more. Press. Lift. Press. Hold this one up. Can you pulse that bottom leg? 2, 3. Keep the ring a circle. So you're also working here. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Bring the leg forward. Okay. We're going to lift it up and behind, bend the knee, and come forward. Notice I'm parallel to the floor. I come up, parallel to the floor, bring your knee forward. Scoop that belly in deeper, squeeze your bum. Now lift it up and behind you. Woo, don't go with it. And take it forward. So I have to have more control of my bottom leg. Pause out here. Now I bend my knee. I bring it behind me, and I lift up into the front of the room. Bend your knee. Now look right here. My knee is parallel to my hip. It's still parallel. Lift up and over. These aren't easy. Bend the knee. Sweep it back. Come up and over. Now bend your knee and take your leg through the ring for passe. Okay? So I have my heels turned in. I'm going to trace my inseam. I'm going to lift up, and now I'm going to push down into the ring. Now I'm going to lift my leg up. Find your inseam. Trace it. Now lift up against the ring. Lower it back down. Trace your inseam. Bring it up. Lower it. Press into the pad. Lift up. Find your inseam. Take it out. Lift up. Down. In. Zip it up. Up. Bend. Press it up and release. Okay, so now I'm going to take both legs against the pads. I'm going to take my leg back to a straight line with my upper body. Make sure your hips are stacked. Bottom rib cage is pulling in. Let's lift up and down. Woo! So I'm squeezing everything pretty much in my body with the exception of my eyelashes. Right? So everything's working. I feel my back working. I feel my glutes, my outer thigh, my inner thigh, my core. Make sure this top shoulder isn't getting cranky. And we go for 3. These are good. And 2. And 1. Now I'm going to prop myself up onto my forearm and take my top leg once again up on top. Connect the shoulder to your back so we can't be like touching our ear. Feel like you're wearing a dangling earring and it's not touching your shoulder. Pull the bottom rib cage in. Level 1, we just push into that ring again. We just push into it. That's my inner thighs. It's my core. Good. Now, if you want the next level, I press in, I lift up. I lower down, I release the pressure off the ring. So as I'm pushing down into my ring, I'm lifting up from here. Oh, yes. And bring it back down. This shoulder can't be getting cranky. It's got to stay connected to my rib cage. Now, this is my 4th one. I'm going to stay up and I'm going to reach my arm over my head. Keep pressure on that ring. Woo! How about that bottom shoulder? We come back down. Bend the knees, release your ring, mermaid. Hello. Grab onto your back shin. Everything should be facing the front of the room when you do a mermaid, by the way. So don't turn your body. You want to stretch this side. Put your hand down. Come onto your forearm and give me a side stretch here. Yes. Bring it back up and we'll turn to face the center again. Okay, so walk your feet out a little bit, but my knees are still bent. My legs are a fist width apart. You're almost there. 10 minutes. But boy, can we do a lot in 10 minutes. I'm excited. Okay, so notice I'm not here, right? And I'm not here. I'm here. So my abdominals are in the on mode. On an exhale, I'm going to lower down as far as I think I can come back up. Nod the chin to your chest, eyes to navel, and you're going to take your eyes up your thighs and then through the ring. Exhale down for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take it up. 1, 2. This is your inhale. This is your exhale. Nod that chin to your chest. Good. Bring it down. Press into the ring on the exhale. Yes, yes, yes. Inhale. Now on the exhale, rotate over your right leg and lift that leg. Inhale, tap it. Do that again. Exhale. One more for 4. Melt down. Left leg will be next. You don't have to lift the leg at all. Nod the chin to your chest. Inhale to that diagonal. Exhale, kick and rotate. And again, keep your hips still, keep your pelvis still. Feel those obliques, feel the rectus abdominis. Bring it back down. How can I make that harder? Now remember how we started, because I always take it multi-level. First, I started 2 feet down. Then I added 1 leg kicking, right? So this time, if you want to make it harder, I'm going to take my legs together. You know where I'm going with this. Nod that chin to your chest. Inhale up. On the exhale, I'm going to kick. Inhale, tap just your toes. You want to feel your navel scooping in and up deeper as the legs go out. Roll it back down. Exhale. Now, how can I make that a little more challenging? Remember, you're only going to do this if what we just did didn't challenge you enough. And I got to warn you, pay attention to your body. Every day you wake up, your body is different. Nod that chin to your chest. Inhale. Exhale. Can you hold the legs here without straining your back? Now the arms are going to come up on the inhale. Exhale down. Feet down, inhale. Roll down. Exhale. You want to do it another way? Yeah. Hey, I heard yes. Okay, that's all I had to hear was 1. Nod the chin to your chest. Find that lower back. Peel. That's your inhale. Exhale, bring these legs up. Pilates V. So I'm going to lower down, inhale, lower the legs. 2 more. Relax the neck and shoulders. 1 more. Bend the knees. Roll it down. Now straighten your legs and straighten your arms. I could keep going. There's a couple more variations, but I won't do that to you. Okay, hug those knees in. Rest the ring on those shins. And I want you to take the ring once again between the ankles. And I'm going to ask everyone to put their hands under their seats. You're making a little football tee. And you're going to bring these legs up. Now, sometimes, I'll be honest, when I do this, I lose my ring. And that's okay. We'll just pick it up and reposition. So I want you to take your right leg away from you, the left leg towards you. They're in line with your hips, okay? And we're going to lower the legs down, 2, 3, and up. Do that again. You can take eyes to belly if you prefer. Keep both pads pressed into. Down, 2, 3, and lift. 1 more. And then come back to center. So here, if you would need to reposition your ring pads better, do that. So now I'm going to take my left leg away from me and the right leg towards me. And we'll lower, 2, 3, keep it tight. So if you don't keep both pads tight, it's not going to still be there. Keep moving. Down, 2, 3, lift. 1 more. Bring it back to center, put the head down. We're going to go back to the first way. The right foot goes away from you. The left leg goes towards you. You can take your eyes to your belly. I'm going to go down, up, back to center. Left leg goes away from you. Right leg goes towards you. Down, up, center. Right leg away. Inhale. Exhale. Center. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Grab your ring. Woo! Look to one side of the room. You just heard that stretch. Look to the other. I'm going to cross my ankles and rock myself up. So you're going to take the ring, come into a quadruped. Okay? Now, I'm going to cue this for you, but I'm not going to do it because of my wrist. So hopefully by Planksgiving, I can do a full plank again. But you're going to have yourself in this quadruped position. Okay? You guys are going to take one leg back at a time, add the other leg back. So now you're in a full plank. And this is very small. This is very small. So watch your form. I don't want to see any speed bumps. I want your back to be level. I want you to squeeze lemons in your armpits, okay? If you can't go into a full plank, you'll stay with me. So we're going to bend the arms a little bit and press back up. Bend. So it's tiny. The crown of the head is still reaching long. Down and up. Give me 4 more. They're small. We pause at the top. We pause at the top. 2 more. 1 more. Good. Lower to your knees. Release the ring. I want you to stretch your wrists. So bring it behind you and curl those fingertips up. Good. Perfect. All right, so let's do a couple stretches for our backs. So we're going to go back in that quadruped position, and we're going to start with a cat-cow. So I want you to stick out your seat, stick out your chest, and then round. Inhale. I hope every exercise we did, you felt your core working. And we did a lot of extra core exercises. And I want you to come back to neutral. We're going to take my left knuckles to the mat and slide them to the right side of the mat. And then reach that arm out to your left and sweep it up to the ceiling and put that hand back down. Your right knuckles are on the mat, and we slide them out to the left side of our mat. Sweep the arm up. Whoop. And bring it back down. Take your knees as wide as your mat. Connect your feet. And it's a wider stretch. This opens up the hips more in that child's pose. You can rest your head. Take a couple deep breaths here. They say throughout the day, you should focus on deep breathing. And when you deep breathe, you really take in that oxygen and then press out with all the toxins. Give me 1 more. I want you to sit on your seat. And we're going to finish with seal. Haha, because I've got time. All right, so seal. Your hands come together, your knees are wide, right? And your palms of your feet are together. Feet together, hands together. Take your fingertips all the way to your heels, and then go outside your feet. Pull your feet closer in and balance. So I want your toes touching this time, not your heels. I want you to push the sides of the thighs in towards those arms. So my knees aren't out like this dead. I'm pushing them in more towards my frame. Now, if you want, you can just open and close the hips by tapping your toes, just a couple inches apart, like a seal. Okay, relax your shoulders. Better. Scoop your belly. Now, if you want to do the full seal, you would tap these toes 3 times. 1, 2, 3. You'd rock back, chin to chest, balance, tap for 3, rock up, tap 2, 3. I rock back. I don't stop. I don't make a complete stop while I tap my toes. I can keep rocking because it's slow enough. Yeah. Now use your belly to come up. Last one. Reach back, tap, 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 and bring it up, tap, 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 and sit cross-legged. Walk your hands forward. You've made it. Did you like seal? I think out of all the rocking exercises, I like seal the best. Take both hands to the right side of your mat. Take a couple breaths. Take your hands to the left side of your mat. Yes. Bring it back to center. Walk yourself up from your core, of course. And now continue the rest of your day working from your core. Because it's strong now.